Still no audio? 1 2 1 2. What, there is audio or there isn't? If I go 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, you won't hear it necessarily, but let me just try on my own feed. If you can see the audio, that's good enough for me. If you can see it responding to me talking, then that's... Yeah, but it's doing... Is it like somebody's talking? All right, mate, drop me a text. Thank you. Cheers. Bye. Hello, folks. That's me talking on the phone, trying to work out where we don't have audio, so apologies. Hiya, BA Videos. Thanks for joining us. We're just trying to sort out whether we've got audio on the feed. I know we've got pictures, I can see them for myself, but audio is inconclusive. I think we might have sorted it though. Let's just catch this departure. Right, let me just check. Oh, okay, right, good. Thank you very much, Oliver, for your help, which I think will mean we have sound now. Can we hear sound, everybody? I do need to kind of satisfy myself that that's working. Yeah. Okay, great. That is now working. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Bristol Airport. This is Danny at Planecaster, suffering as ever with the bane of all streamers' lives, various problems with various components. We are here, live from the airport for the next few hours, if nothing else breaks. And this will now be our regular time on a Friday, mostly, to stream here from Bristol. You're looking at a Ryanair departure there right now, and that is on its way to Alicante, where there are no such streaming difficulties, I'm sure. Just bright sunshine and fun. Can you tell the mood I'm in? Blimey. Thank you very much, ZK. Thanks very much. Appreciate that. The when I respond to your messages, and whenever I say anything on the chat, it's going to be about 2-minute delayed for you guys, so as are these pictures. So apologies if it looks like I'm answering slowly. It's not that. I've got a regular eye on the chat, but it's just the delay that we introduce here, which is for security reasons and at the request of the Bristol Airport team. Alicante 737 thunders down the runway. Classic 737 lift off there. Little dip and then it's off. But that's the runway, of course. But 737 always, I feel, looks a little bit lethargic compared to the Airbus takeoffs. So we have an arrival now. And then another departure for you. Is light. Big up to everybody in general aviation at Bristol Airport. We love to capture you guys when we can. So, folks, that's me tripping over the tripod. Don't think we'll catch the landing of that as it's under the hedge level. Okay. Belfast service with EasyJet. Next to depart. And we have arrivals on the way as well, the Glasgow inbound service. Let's see if I can find you some information about the Glasgow inbound service here. Pan round. Beautiful flowers in the field, as you can see. Natural wild flowers spotting up, plopping up everywhere. That's about as much gardening talk as you're going to get from me, because I haven't got a damn clue about it, as you can probably tell. So this is the Glasgow inbound with EasyJet. A319, Echo Zulu, Bravo, Bravo, 16 years old this one, must be one of their oldest ones. Obviously I don't know this, but you get the impression these planes have been great for EasyJet, absolutely great, you know, just served them so well. As you can see from the sock there is a crosswind today. It's not much though. And the most important matter about the crosswind from your friendly aviation streamer's point of view is it's not too cold. So good afternoon ZK, great to have your company and BA videos, you're very welcome. Sorry about the sound problems earlier. Very much part of a chaotic day. I think it may be a Monday in disguise. However, we're here. Next departure is to Belfast. Echo Zulu Alpha Oscar is the registration on that one. And waiting patiently behind it is the Orly Paris departure as well. Echo Zulu Whiskey Yankee, that's a 320. But the Belfast that we're about to see is a 319. Nothing immediately to report on the inbounds. So hopefully a couple of departures for your viewing delight now. ZK is New Zealand aircraft prefix letters. I didn't know that. As in G, as the registration on UK registered planes, is it? Learn something new every day. I've flown with Air New Zealand before, so I must have been on a ZK. Just not realised it. Helicopter is just coming over the airfield now. Let's go for a quick grab of that. Speaking of helicopters, if if these things are your thing, you need to check out Plain Sailing Aviation on YouTube. He has just spent a day in Aberdeen, and lots of helicopter action there, lots of good stuff to see. Very interesting. Obviously the helicopters for the oil rigs, I guess. Helicopter looks like it's at a safe distance now, so the EasyJet will roll. If you have just found us today and you could press that subscribe button, you'll honestly make my day. Thank you so much if you can, and press the like button, as it spreads the word. It lets other aviation enthusiasts see these pictures and what we're doing here at Planecaster, and specifically here at Bristol Airport. There's that more positive looking climb that you see with Airbus aircraft. Of course, I might be talking out my backside. I'm only kind of saying it as I see it. I'm an aviation enthusiast, but I'm certainly not a pilot, sadly. So as that makes its way to Belfast, the Orly service, a 320 here with those new winglets. Save a bit of fuel. Hopefully that wind noise isn't too bad. Try and get the best sort of mix of engine noise and wind, or without the wind, I should say. You can allegedly get a wind muff for the main camera mic, which is what you're getting the aircraft sounds on, but I'm not. It doesn't look like the easiest fit, and I'm not sure if it's going to stand up to the Bristol weather when it's at its worst. So we'll have to see. Live arrivals and departures here at Bristol Airport. I'm Danny. We are Planecaster, and this is an EasyJet A320 off to Paris Orly. Is picking up a little bit there. As you can probably just see as it's crabbing on the way up there. It's a very nondescript day in terms of clouds today, so the autofocus is having a few problems. I do apologise. I can correct it if I spot it happening, but generally try and let the autofocus do its own thing. It was quite good when we were here last week, just seeing how long we could follow the planes for on the way out. Now that it's not quite as rough weather. The sound of plenty of aircraft around up here as well, above me, but not too much breaking cloud for me to be able to catch them for you, I'm afraid. Right, let's see if we can spot this before we lose it. Oh, I think we're going to lose it there, aren't we? we're going to get the turn. There's the turn. Look. At that point, I believe the plane is just over the coast, over the channel, Bristol Channel. There we are. Caught this earlier, didn't manage to get it on the stream though. The AGN coming in. But nice variety of planes there. There's a good little selection. 5 airlines, 6 planes. It's 17 degrees the weather here. That temperature now comes. We fixed it by the way, because it was saying 16 forevermore, wasn't it? That's the temperature from the METAR. The latest METAR we have here is at 1150. 6 knot wind speed, visibility 6.21 miles, few clouds, and 17 degrees. Now, some of these arrivals you'll see here are a little bit behind because we've already seen the KLM, but the next inbound should be, according to this, and this only covers planes that are in the air, the 1342 from Belfast, which is an A320. Then we've got one at 1356 from Infida, which is an A320. And then quite a bit of action all afternoon really, but that gives you an idea what we're expecting. Hello. No. Right, so it looks like, unless we're looking at a very elaborate hold, which is Belfast to Bristol service, we might have a either a runway change. I'll get back to you on that. This always tricks me, doesn't it? There's an inbound Guernsey service, which looks like it's probably coming for the westbound runway. But the Belfast to Bristol service is at 11,000 feet, doing a circle of the airport. So I'm not sure if that's just a technique to lose some energy and hold for a bit, but we'll see. Good afternoon, Simon Kirby. Simon is our moderator, and it is great to have your company, Simon. I hope you are well. We've had our fair share of fun and games today, but so far nobody on the chat has revolted, so that's good. I'm just looking at the at that arrival information that we just put on the screen a few moments ago. I'm not entirely sure it's 100% accurate, so I'm going to have to do some further checks on that. So what's been going on, everyone? Hope you've had a great day. It's Friday, can't be that bad, can it? A Friday is never a bad thing. This is one of the reasons I thought, let's broadcast on a Friday. Nothing will ever go wrong. How wrong I was. Simon, thank you very much. We've worked very hard on the graphics, and we have got access to the most amazing data from our friends at Radarbox and AirNav Systems. If you're not using that app, if you're choosing to use a more established app let's say. Give Radar Box a go. I think you'll be very surprised at the features. It's got a lot of stuff going on there, and the team there are very kindly given me access to their data. So what you see on the screen is a result of some programming work I've done to try and make good use of their data. However, their data is very comprehensive, and it will take me a little bit of time. Sorry, quick swing around here for the general. It will take me a little bit of time to get to grips with the data. I've got lots of ideas for it, and the amazing way in which they do it does give us a lot of options. So watch this space, guys. I hope that every time you tune in we do something a little bit better or a little bit different to last time. As I said with the general aviation, you won't really see it land unless it decides to land further down the runway by the hump because of the dip. John Holdaway is a new subscriber. Welcome, John. Absolute pleasure to have your company today. Thank you for being part of our early story here at Planecaster. Thank you to you all. Let's see what that Belfast one is doing now. So the Guernsey to Bristol is doing an interesting little turn as well. Belfast to Bristol looks like it's drunk. So yeah, interesting. I don't know if we've just got some sort of hold period going on here. We've got a Budapest coming in, which looks like it's going to come in on the traditional way. That looks like that will probably be our next arrival, actually. It's a Ryanair service, 737. Yeah, blimey. Yeah, and that's where the arrival board does look about right. It says it will be with us in 20 minutes. I think it should be quicker than that. An itsy bitsy tiddler, says Simon Kirby. Well, you're right there. They are tiny, aren't they? It's very hard to even get it in the viewfinder sometimes. I am working with a new screen today, so essentially I don't have to kind of squint in the viewfinder or look at the tiny screen that's built into the camera. So I'm hoping you'll get better, obviously not better pictures, but better videography from me, because I can concentrate on moving the camera smoothly rather than tripping over everything because I'm squinting into the camera. That of course remains to be seen. Just going to have a quick look here at what we're looking at, which is Newcastle service. And as I was talking about plain sailing aviation earlier, Newcastle is his home airport, their home airport, and I strongly recommend you get over there and subscribe to them, because Mark and his son put together some great streams from amazing places. A plane will appear from behind that bush, you'll have to take my word for it, any moment. Looks like the Budapest is on approach. I don't know if this is going to get out in time or not. I think we might see the Ryanair Budapest first, so let's take a punt here. That is actually going to be the case. Just over, just to the right, the left of the south, I believe the term is, of Salford at the moment. If you know the area and you know your Bristol airport locations. Look at that. See, I knew that would happen. Hopefully you can hear the sound of that EasyJet making its escape quickly before the Ryanair gets in. This EasyJet off to Newcastle, as I say, and Newcastle is the home operating base of plain sailing aviation, so highly recommended. And this will be on the escape pretty quickly, as I can see the Ryanair on approach now. I do have a new toy I want to show you. Let's just watch your Newcastle service go there. Positive rate, gears up. Thank you very much. So let's swing it round for this Ryanair departure, arrival now. Just so I can play with my, you know, like boys and their toys. Where is it? Where is it now? Where is it? Where are we? There we are. Right, calm yourself now. Hopefully this works. .737 with a new winglets there from Ryanair, inbound from Budapest. Simon, you're quite right, we're working on it. And yes, market plane sailing actually on a European adventure this weekend. Amsterdam on Saturday, Dusseldorf on Sunday. Honestly, it's well worth a watch. Such a nice guy, and such a great service from those, and a lot of dedication to the cause. So very much worth a watch. Make sure you join them this weekend. From our point of view, you can rely on us being live every Friday now. We might do the additional day, but the Friday is going to be our day. And that means you can rely early afternoon on a Friday stream from Bristol Airport. Oh, nice one, Simon. Thank you. It did seem to work, didn't it? Fantastic. If you're new to this channel, guys, do please, obviously, the classic thing, press like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing and you're happy to press the button to subscribe. It won't cost you anything. You'll just get alerts about when we're live. But tell a friend as well. Please tell a friend if they're a fellow aviation fan. Stop short of saying geek there. Obviously, I am. I'm a double geek, aviation and tech, bringing it all together to bring you this. Love it. Another arrival on the way now. My flight board I have here is generally in the right order of flights arriving, but I think these two have swapped around on my list because of the hold that this Belfast did earlier. Why that was, I do not know. But nor do I need to know. That's the Belfast arrival there from EasyJet. Next in, I believe, we should get the Corfu service in, which is a Boeing 737 MAX from TUI. Expecting that about 14.09 at the current rate. Nice one, Simon. That's what we're trying to do. Just recently it hasn't looked like that. Another arrival on the way. Is it a bit early then? I think we might have found a couple of points. About what I need to take into account. So we've got the Guernsey to Bristol Orkney service. Well, that's not it, is it? That's not it. But I'm assured it's on the way. I can see it in the distance. Let's catch the little low winger. What would that be there? A Piper or something like that? I don't know anything about small planes. G-Roy. I could definitely spot a Cessna, I think. Cessnas are high wing, aren't they? I don't really see that, so I'm just going to zoom out very quickly and then we'll catch the Orkney. And I just need to send a link. So, share, copy. Send that there for my dad. Unbelievably, my dad isn't a subscriber. That might be a little bit too tech complex for him. Prop job for you now. I'm sure this is the Orkney. Let's hope it is, because that's the graphics I've put on screen. Inbound from Guernsey. Sorry folks, I'm just, it's because I'm trying to do several things at once. Yeah, this is the inbound from Guernsey. Looks much better when it's in focus, I find. There we are. Moody old clouds in the background there. We'll be keeping an eye on those, that's for sure. bump just at the end there. Safely down, of course. Actually, I'm saying I'm keeping an eye on those clouds. They're, by the very nature of the planes landing into the wind, the clouds are going to be going away from me, aren't they? What a fool, what a fool. Just one of the many Dannyisms you can probably expect to hear on Planecaster. Jet 2 making its way down for a departure there, and that's actually behind his brother or sister. So it looks like a couple of Jet 2 departures for you on the way. In terms of those, Tenerife, then Heraklion. And it looks like we've got a Zakynthos TUI that's just on the radar. That will be a 737 MAX 8 that we'll see going out, as well as one coming in. And looks like we have got one coming in now, so just bear with me and I'll tell you what that is. That's the Enfidder to Bristol service. Let's put it on to you now. There you go, if you're waiting for people on the Enfidder service, if you're sitting in a lay-by watching us, don't laugh, I know some of you do. And then now is about time, or maybe give it 5 minutes and then you can get to the airport and go and pick up your people, your loved ones. Those Jet 2 departures to come. Simon, how do you pronounce Oriny? Yeah, Oriny, I'm hoping I'm saying it right. And yeah, the whoosh. Do you know what? It's inspired by Sky Sports. Nobody did more for titling than Sky Sports. Can't beat a good whoosh, can you? Mind you, when I show the arrivals, I did find a beautiful ding-dong, or a bing-bong. So the first of our Jet 2 departures, this one is off to Tenerife South, I understand. And I understand correctly. Time for the thunderous roar of a 737-800 from Jet 2. Ready for its 4-hour flight, just under, to Tenerife South. Don't mind if I do. That's a 737 on a mission, no messing around there. The Heraclean service, which is also Jet 2, awaits because there's an inbound coming now, which will bring you Corfu service. The sound of me rustling indicates I'm always trying to do several things at once. Please accept my apologies if you miss anything, we try not to. My dad can't connect apparently, so I'm just trying to help him. Thank goodness, if I may say, I got Mr. Simon Kirby on chat moderation. Thank you very much, Simon. Your presence here is incredibly helpful, and I'm very, very grateful. And with very little song and dance, there is our Corfu arrival, an airport I am told is beautiful to fly into. I have never had the pleasure though. If you have, tell me what you know. Fascinated to hear about it. The sound you're hearing there is the second of our Jet 2 arrivals. Heraclean, the destination for this one. Another Greek island, or another Greek destination, and I'm sure it will be absolutely beautiful. Definitely looking nervous at these clouds behind me, although it would seem to be a bit daft because the wind is blowing those clouds away. If you have a moment, folks, please do press the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, press the subscribe button. You'll be helping us out immensely. Thank you in advance, much appreciated. TUI departure. Looks like it's next. Beautiful Max, as I just get a whiff of airline fuel, which I'm very happy with. I was speaking to somebody on Twitter about that this morning. You can't beat the smell of airline fuel, can you? This TUI departure, by the way, is on its way. 737 Max 8 is on its way to Zakynthos, so it's definitely Greek Day, isn't it? Beautiful day up here at the Common. I'm almost in danger of taking another layer off. Maybe not there yet. Let me just relocate this. Sorry, folks. The rubber band solution. I'm not sure whose idea that was, but yeah, working an absolute treat. Thank you, whoever that was. Simple solution, often the best. Proved 100% this time. No dead cat flying off. None of that trouble. Also, on the chat, I agree with Simon. Great words, Simon. Simon, by the way, Simon Kirby is the brains behind another one of our series of AirTunes shorts, but I haven't managed to get round to doing it yet, as we've been trying to get this ready for this Friday broadcast. But it is an absolute doozy. You'll love it. Kenya watching. Oh, well, welcome, Kenya. That's got to be a first for us. You're very welcome, and you're very welcome for the channel. Stay and watch some planes for a bit here at Bristol Airport. Looks like it's quiet for just a second. Let's show you what we've got on the arrivals board here, thanks to our friends at Radar Box. I shall press the appropriate button. You may see that a couple of those have already landed, but the next I think we can expect is in about 25 minutes. But I'm sure we'll have some more takeoffs. See you soon, Simon. Thanks for joining us. If we see you later, that'd be great. And look, just as I suspected, a little bit of GA action for you. Where's he gone? Just behind that hedge. Hopefully you can see it in a moment. think they might be doing some takeoff checks actually, as it's a bit of a quiet period. Also, it's just occurred to me, I'm telling you to look at stuff and quite possibly the titles are on the screen. Welcome to Planecaster at Bristol Airport. I am Danny and I will be here every Friday. We have done some odd weekend days, lots of old streams you can have a look at in our formative years, as it were, where we were trying to test everything out, but our intention is to go every Friday. This is the first. The K&M departure just behind that bush. Back to Amsterdam. It's a Embraer 190, 7 years old. Registration of this one is PHEXF. And just a short old journey over to Amsterdam this afternoon. Embraer's not hanging around. Look. Wheels up nice and early there, look. Right, I do have a rain warning going on here at the moment, so, and I can feel a spot in the air. I don't think it's going to be substantial, but I do need to just prepare for it, so bear with me. Leave you with that view there. And I think we'll have to lose the screen for now. Which is a shame, because I've been quite enjoying using that, I'll be honest. Oh, look, now we've got a GA coming in from this angle. Got to grab it. Got to grab it for you, look. Lovely stuff. Bear with me, guys, I'm sorry, I do need to just prepare in case it does rain, so I'm sure you can understand. That in there, that can go in there. Right, there we are. Drizzle. It's weird, it doesn't look like drizzle in the sky. Maybe just a trick of the sun. Easy jet departure to catch for you. Let's just put that down there, and that there. So that's lovely. Bristol to Charles de Gaulle is the service you're looking at on the runway there. EasyJet. A321-251, so it is of course the Neo. Good sized plane to send to Paris for the weekend there. Must be good news for the route, I imagine. I say that, but it may of course always be this particular type. I've just not noticed. Because we're not normally here on Fridays. I'm surveying the air with scepticism in terms of weather. Tiniest drop, nothing that's going to be a problem, but we do know how much and how easy it can change here at Bristol from bitter experience. That's an EasyJet A321 you're looking at the backside of if you've just joined us here at Planecaster. My name's Danny. If you're not already a subscriber, I know I keep going on, but it really makes such a difference. If you could press that subscribe button, I'd be so grateful to you. Thank you. So we can get a little bit more of that. I think we're going to lose that in just a second, so let's come back. Quiet for a few seconds now, I think. My gut feeling is the worst of this weather is going to miss. But then I've been wrong on things like this before in spectacular ways, so just looking at that now, and it doesn't look like, certainly as far as 3 o'clock, that we're under threat beyond a drop or two. So I'll stick this screen back on so we can bring you better imagery. Another arrival coming in now. See if I can get this on in time. Bit shy with the screen, having literally just bought it. Didn't really want to have it rain damaged on day one. Right, okay. Grab the battery and then we'll bring it inbound. Got time to do you an alert on this one, folks. It may not be on the chart anyway, though. Lovely. It definitely interested in stopping there. Quite late there, wasn't it, for the reverses? It must be part of the procedure here. Or for this particular plane. That was from Edinburgh. That was a Centerline Aviation Embraer Legacy 500 jet. Next in is a Ryanair service from a place which I'm really going to struggle to pronounce because I've never been here before and never heard of it before, but the airport code is BZG, and hopefully if my system here brings it up on the screen, then you can it's a Polish destination. My information will bring up on the screen. Your inner voice can read it out to you as well or as poorly as you wish. Looks like the Aegean's on the move. We'll catch that for its departure. Aegean using an A320neo today for this service. Just looking to see if I can see the inbound. I'm thinking the Aegean may be able to squeak out in time. We shall soon find out. Just going to seal up the bag. I'm still not convinced about this weather. Aegean appears that it may be waiting. I can just see the inbound Ryanair 737-800 from the Polish destination, which I will not pronounce. It's some way away, so I'm not sure whether the Aegean fancies their chances here getting out quickly. Which, of course, it's never as random as that, is it? It's a highly choreographed air traffic control rule. The inbound that just landed, by the way, just crossing the runway there. You can just see the tail. Sorry, folks. Missed that. I think we'll have the arrival first. So, folks, you can work out what this place name is, because I can't be doing that. Not in my Friday moods today. Not got it in me. It's probably an incredibly easy pronunciation of that word, isn't it? It just looks complicated. The Ryanair inbound service from somewhere in Poland. That's what you're getting out of me. Good afternoon from Portishead, Alison Tidy. Really pleased to have you here. Welcome to the channel. I'm not sure I've seen your name pop up before, so I'm going to assume you're new. Massive welcome to you. Just down the road. So when they take off, you'll see them a few seconds later. You can look out for this one. This one now, but the Aegean A320 Neo. Quite distinctive looking as well. Right, Alison, look out for this one in about 5 minutes. Maybe not even that, is it? 3 minutes after liftoff, I reckon. Jet 2 makes its way over next. For departure. I'll catch that in a moment. I think we've got a few seconds on that climbing out. Welcome to Bong Fadulan, as a new subscriber. Thank you very much for pressing that subscribe button, Bong. Really appreciate it, and welcome. Right, let's get the Jet 2 for you. This particular Jet 2 737 is on its way to Antalya. Antalya? Why can't I say that right? I want to say Antalya. Antalya? Is that right? Antalya? Things I really need to learn before the next show. That's my homework, isn't it? EasyJet on its way down there. That's off to Glasgow.
Antalya.
There you go.
Antalya.
Antalya.
Antalya. Antalya.
Just got to remember that. Antalya. Every day's a learning day, isn't it? I've never been to Turkey, in my defence. Someone will probably tell me that's in Greece now, or Finland, or something. Another arrival coming in now. It's moody old skies now, aren't they? Blimey. Let's not say moody while pointing at some people accidentally. Your inbound here is a very local, well, not a very local service, but a small service. It's a Beach King Air 250. Barrow in Furness was the origin of this. It's in the Lake District, I believe. Oh, near enough. Sorry, Peak District. No, Lake District. Oh, are you sure it's not a Monday, honestly? There we are. I don't think we've seen one of those before on Planecaster. Right. Arrival next from Skiathos 737 MAX 8 with TUI. A plane that departed just over 3 hours ago. Probably be about 3 hours 10 for their total flight from Skiathos, where I imagine the weather was nicer than what they're landing back into here. Having said that, it isn't raining and we don't want to tempt fate, and there are bits of blue sky. Let's see if we can see that in the sky. Here's our blue sky, by the way. Look, we've got some of this, but my goodness, doesn't that look moody? It is behind us, so we should be all right, but nonetheless, we still have a bit of a worry about it. Can't see that at the moment. I'm just wondering if we're going to get an arrival, a departure just before the arrival. Let's have a quick look. EasyJet going to squeak it out there. Yes, looks like it may. The EasyJet is off to... Blimey, it's going to have to be quick. Glasgow. Rolling start, look. It's the afternoon chorus there. I'm not going to hang around with that one because I'm hoping you can hear me over the chorus. 737 MAX on its way in. We're testing out our new screen system that I've written recently, and we're getting data from our partner's radar box, so I'm hoping it's all right. It won't be radar box's data because it's amazing, so if I do show anything incorrect, it'll just be me fumbling while trying to also bring the stream to you, so apologies in advance. Reasonably sure this is Skiathos, though. Yeah, so our data's coming from the amazing Radar Box apps. Cannot recommend them enough. You can download them for free from your favourite app store, whether that's the Google Play Store or your iOS Apple Store. You can download those for free. Check them out; they're really good. The Aegean are brilliant. Yeah, the Aegean at Clevedon at 8,500 feet. Amazing. I mentioned one of your comments earlier, John, and I attributed it to the wrong person, so I do apologise. Yeah, we're very much hoping when the fabulous team who allow the spotters occasional access to the admin building roof, hopefully we'll open up another round of tickets soon. We would love to be there, absolutely love to be there. The last one didn't really work date-wise, but I'd literally just come back from 2 weeks away at work, so it wasn't really the time for me to ask for another day off. But yeah, love to get up there. I think the view would just be amazing. That would be the dream, really, just to broadcast from there. But we'll try and do a live show from there, that's for sure. How are we doing today, folks? Hope you're all very well. You're live from Bristol Airport here. I say live, but we're not. We are live, but if you watch what we're doing on the stream, compare it to your flight radar or your radar box or your plane finder or any of the other apps you might want to use for this purpose, it won't marry up, and that is because we do introduce a delay. It could be around 2 to 3 minutes. It might be as much as that. Depends on a number of factors, really, but it'll be a minimum of 1 minute, I think. And that is there deliberately, and we do that because we try to work with the airport's knowledge and permission, and that is done for those guys. Brightening up here now, as you can probably tell by the pictures. A bit more blue sky and that departure. Inbound from Copenhagen. That will be with us in about 5 minutes or so. It's a little Didier 319. Departures to come from Orkney to go to Guernsey, Dublin with Ryanair, and those two are on at the minute. I'll bring you more as they come. Good afternoon from Spain, says Mick Hardy. Good afternoon, sir, to you as well. Hope you're well. I always like to get a weather check from Spain, so please provide that, Mick, when you have a chance. Always nice to hear how it is out there. Quick look at the arrival board here. It's quiet for a few seconds, I think. Some of this information may show stuff that's just landed, but just to give you an idea of what you can expect in. Some of those TBCs, by the way, if they're shown on your screen at the minute, they will turn into proper times. And also, if we're looking at anything here that hasn't taken off yet from its origin, e.g. it's a short flight, then it won't be on this list, not yet. But we'll keep showing you this when we get a break in the afternoon. Absolute, John. Absolutely, totally agree. What do we have going on here now? Cheeky little helicopter. Gives you an idea just how much lower the ground is behind that hedge in front of me. So I think the Copenhagen / Copenhagen is your next arrival. Just going to verify that now. The Airbus 319, yeah, that's in the distance now. It's so much easier. Oh, I'll tell you in a minute, actually. There we are, Copenhagen EasyJet service there. What I was going to say is it is so much easier to do these panning shots now that I haven't got myself strapped on, if you pardon the expression, to the eyepiece on the camera. Right, another one up here, look. I assume that's the same helicopter. No, it's not, is it? There's several helicopters, otherwise that would be impossible for that to get around there, wouldn't it? Look, they're all coming in today. The electricity helicopters. interesting little approach. Then turn left. However, the waiting Ryanair 737 is unimpressed, as we'll emerge now from this arty shot of a plant. Look at that. 26C and sunny in Spain. That's about an hour south of Alicante Airport, where Mick lives. Good to have your company today, Mick. Great to have your company. Right. Ryanair not messing around now. Got somewhere to be. Is that a rolling takeoff as well? Ryanair's off to Dublin. Another departure to follow this. The Orani is in place particularly quickly there, so let's let you see that. This is off to Guernsey in the Channel Islands. Then we have an Inverness departure from EasyJet, and the plane you can just see on the top right of your screen now is the inbound Copenhagen that we just caught there. Many of you are on the stream today. Massive welcome to you. My name's Danny. The channel is called Planecaster, and our main aim in life is to bring you a weekly stream from Bristol Airport, and that will be every Friday. That is what you're watching today. This is our first one. We have done other live streams before on different days of the week, and you can see all of those. They're all available in the YouTube there if you just look through the playlists. But yeah, today you're joining us almost live from Bristol Airport, and I say almost live because you've got a minute or two delay. That's as near as damn it, isn't it? Let's face it. Bouncing the camera around a bit here. As you can see, the effect of that crosswind there, but a bit murky, so we're not going to be able to keep that focus. This will be making its way out soon. That's the Inverness plane you're looking at there. Just your regular A320 CEO. And I have a feeling this one is waiting for them to get out of the way so it can get where it wants to get, which we've seen here before at Bristol. That did appear to be the case. I'll keep the camera on them both there. It's not that we like plants, it's that the plant has had the audacity to grow since we found our spot here. But there is, as you can see, there's just a plane coming into focus behind it. Possible spot of darker clouds again. I'm hoping we don't have any rain threat. In terms of inbounds, nothing immediately apparent for a short while. We'll get rid of a few more from the airport before we make space for some new ones. It would seem to be the plan. Just a quick footnote, really. If it does start raining and we need to move quickly, we will, in all honesty, prioritise the equipment over the stream. So if the stream just goes blank, but it's still up and running, and it says no signal, etc., stay with us. We just need to cover up the camera and make sure that we've protected the equipment from the rain. It's very hard to tell if we're going to get caught by this rain at the moment. Just looking up here, it kind of looks like it's going to go past us, but the wind is shifting all the time, so it may be that it blows round towards us again. Anyway, let's get some departure action now from EasyJet. This one's off to Glasgow. That would be a complete lie. This one is off to Inverness, I should say. Which are two very different places and a reasonable distance apart. Certainly hear the wind picking up there a bit more. Oh, it's very hard to tell. We're right on the edge of it. Excuse me. Excuse me, folks. Friday afternoon, and you are with Planecaster from Bristol Airport. It's just gone 10 to 3 roughly. Hope we find you well today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We will, if you do that, you'll get notified when we're next on. Our plan is about the same time next week. It'll certainly be on Friday though. Subject to weather, which is the only thing that can really sort of waylay us. Nice long climb out on that one. Are we going to make the turn, or is it going to lose its focus? Oh, look at that. It's just not quite there, is it? We have a little light, a smaller aircraft going out here. Is that the Beechcraft that came in earlier? Possibly. Sounded like a Wasp from here, to be honest. Yeah, that's a twin engine, isn't it? I think that's a Beech Air 350. See if that is in fact on the scope. Yeah, sorry, a King Air 250. anyway. It's gone. Right, a little bit quiet. Let's have a look at the, while we've got the chance, let's have a look at the arrivals. I will put them on your screen now. Information comes to us courtesy of our good friends at Radar Box, who have just been absolutely amazing with information. I will say some of the stuff on here does apply to stuff that's already landed, but it will give you an idea what you can expect, and it only shows stuff that is currently in the air. Hello Paul Newell, thank you for joining us. I found your channel, we've now subscribed. Well, you're very welcome. It's great to have your company today. Back to work for me, but work allowing. See you next Friday. Great work, Danny. And that's from John Holdaway. John, thank you very much. Really kind of you to say. Thank you. Thanks for joining us today. Still slightly nervous on the rain front. You can hear my rain covers ready for action. A little lull today now, temporarily here at the airport, as all the teams doing their various things are still continue to swarm around, making sure stuff can leave, stuff can arrive. It's amazing, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. Got a big shout to everybody at the airport. Do have an inbound actually to bring in, and the inbound is the Prague service. It's an A320neo. Welcome back, Simon. He's back for 10 minutes in the car park doing the school run. By the time you hear me respond to that, it will probably be time for you to pick the kids up. Dramatic view there with the clouds behind. Love it. Unmistakable whine of those Neo engines. Something very chilled, isn't there, about the sound of a Neo coming in on a reasonably smooth day. None of that up and down screeching. I love it. Love a Neo. Big fan of a Neo. Blimey. That's enough of that. You know what? Don't want to be blasted off. I'll turn that down while the wind's up a little bit. It means the engine noise won't be so good, but it's better than being blasted, isn't it? Catch Point, welcome to the channel. I've just seen a notification that you subscribed. Thank you very much. Welcome to the channel. I have to say, everybody, if you have subscribed today and I haven't mentioned you, it's not because I don't want to, I don't get notifications for everyone, so I do apologise. But welcome, whoever you are, wherever you are in the world. I know we have someone from Kenya today, which is just unbelievable, isn't it, how these things spread, but brilliant. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. And your subscription means the world, and it helps the message. Every time you do that, every time you press like, every person who subscribes, the message just goes that bit further. We start to appear on other things you might like for people who are into aviation, so you're spreading the word for us and for other people. Thank you. See if I can get an update through some of our data here. We're definitely experimenting with the with the various things. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to any one thing in particular or doing a good job on anything at the minute. Certainly not of talking. We're experimenting with the data feeds that we've been given access to, but we do need to make sure we refine that, and realistically the only way we can do that refining is by having the ability to kind of use it in the field and see what works and what doesn't, and whatever doesn't work, by the way, will be us. It won't be it'll be my coding. I guarantee you that it won't be the there comes that Neo. It won't be the good people at Radar Box and AirNav, as their stuff is just absolutely amazing. The data's brilliant. If you want evidence of that, download their app at the App Store, Android Store, Android Play Store, or the iOS App Store, and you can download it for free. Have a go. Compare it to your regular Radar app. I think you might be impressed. While we've got a second, then let's just give you another look at the arrival board. We have had an update now. Impressively, we can expect the same flight twice, so that will be something to behold. We'll all enjoy watching that. Perhaps one's on the back of the other one. Temperature dropping here a bit. Noticeably cooler, but not cold. Let's see if I can edge this volume up for you again. A little bit, maybe. At quiet times like this, it'd be really nice if we could see a bunny. I don't think there's any around at the minute. I did see a deer on my first visit to the airport this morning at about 7 AM, or 6:30 it was in fact, but nothing to be seen here apart from the odd bird. Wildlife wise anyway. There's all these birds in front of you, look at them, beautiful. Inbound arrival now. Not seeing this one on my scope, I'm afraid, so I can't give you any intelligence about it. I mean, I can rarely give you any intelligence. If you've been watching this channel long enough, you'll realise that. Definitely EasyJet though. It's an inbound from Bodrum. Sorry folks, just me doing lots of things at once. inbound from Bodrum. Can't see in the planes, of course. I can't see in the windows of the planes there, but let me tell you, if I was on that side and I saw me on the ground, or the equivalent of me filming, I'd be waving out that damn window, let me tell you. Mind you, I'd probably do that if I was the pilot, which is exactly why I shouldn't be a pilot, I guess. Lovely arrival there for the EasyJet from Bodrum. Inbound Malaga flight will be with us soon, I reckon about 12 minutes or so. That's an EasyJet A320, and that's an OE registration plane, so that's one from EasyJet Europe, which is I think not based here. It's based in Malaga, comes to us and then presumably goes back again. That, to give you an idea of distance, where it is at the minute, is has Bleeden to the north, to the west, and Loxton just to the southeast. If you know your areas around here, then that will mean something to you. If not, you're probably wondering what I'm going on about, which is pretty much the emotion of most people when they come to this channel. Oh yeah, blimey, Simon, you're right about that. So a Ryanair in from, yeah, I am absolutely opting out of pronouncing that until somebody shows me how to say it properly. Preferably somebody who is Polish. Right, looks like those helicopters are making a swift exit now, or at least one of them is. We'll catch that, it's just behind the hedge. Do you know, I think it was a helicopter because it was yellow, and now that's not going to be a helicopter, is it? It's actually going to be a plane. And now people are going to think I don't know the difference between a plane and a helicopter. Oh, blimey. What a stressful day. I'm sure it was about there. You wait now, that's going to be a car, isn't it? It's because I've looked very quickly, in my defence. Yes, it's a car. Oh, blimey. Blimey. Oh, blimey. I'm sorry, folks. I'm just, this is what happens when you try and do too many things at once. You end up doing nothing well. Runway inspection, of course. The sun is currently hitting the hill up there, and it looks beautiful. You'll see this out your window on westerly arrivals. You'll see that on your right and the Clifton Suspension Bridge, but if you sit on your left on a Friday afternoon, you're going to see me. So you're going to have to choose wisely here, aren't you? Got a little bit of a clear view of the sky, but I can't see anything that we can get a fix on. Sure you can hear that like I can. The inbound Malaga service that we spoke about earlier is just to the north east of the field now by Long Ashton. It will do not quite a 180, more than a 180, a 270-ish. circle, I imagine, to come into land, and that should be visible. That should be visible around here. Where am I looking? Have you ever used this mode, folks? This is absolutely brilliant. Hopefully you can see that. This is augmented reality, so you're seeing my camera and the planes as I move around that are potentially visible where they are. Have a look at that on Radar Box. Fantastic, folks. I know other apps are available, but we want to big up Radar Box as they're very, very kind to us, giving us access to some fantastic data. Bydgoszcz. That's the place name, is it? Bydgoszcz. Bydgoszcz. Oh, Anne-Marie, hello, welcome to the stream. That's a true story, isn't it? The EasyJet from Tenerife has just flown over me. Anne-Marie standing there in South Devon, beautiful South Devon. So that's good to know. We'll be seeing that soon. I'm just seeing if we could catch that EasyJet, but I think it must be behind the clouds a little bit further than it looks, behind there or something. Anyway, it's not long before it starts to get busy again here. You might have the odd lull here at Bristol Airport, but it certainly doesn't last long. Bydgoszcz. Bydgoszcz. I'm still trying. So the Edinburgh to Bristol is just turning on to finals now. That's an A320neo. I think we may have seen that depart earlier if it's the same plane, actually. Yeah, it looks like we can get that now, actually. Look at those clouds, amazing. Sorry about the jumping around on the camera. That is entirely the wind catching the camera because I'm not even touching it at this precise second. I try and let it, I'll just move it there and then I'll try and let go of it so I don't introduce any more shake. Nobody needs a bit of old man shake on the camera, do they? On a Friday afternoon, blimey. Very serene approach here for the A320neo. Again, there's that relaxed neo sound. Fabulous stuff. Inbound Malaga that we've been talking about for a bit is on its way now. The Tenerife is just about to come over the Bristol Channel Emery, sort of enter over Weston-super-Mare and then take a route around, I think. I am conscious there could be a runway change though, and there is just a certain level of swirlage on this wind. I wonder if it's maybe changing. Bidgosh, thank you Red Hill 79, and was that yourself, Simon, as well? Thank you, whoever did that. Thank you very much. Thank you. It was Red Hill. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Bidgosh. Next time, I shall show no fear. Well, apart from the fact I will, of course, have forgotten. Tenerife service is now over overland, not long before it passes over the M5 to come to the south of us, I imagine, and then come in on approach that way. We've got the Malaga, which we can see now. Let's catch that. Another crosswind landing here at Bristol. Departure will be next. Going to just take this filter off while it's gloomy. EasyJet first, then a Jet 2 to follow. Bidgosh, I'm still pronouncing Bidgosh. Right. Quite see is on its way to Belfast, and the one behind it is on its way to Dalaman. That's the Jet 2 you can see there in a very arty format. And then we have a Dublin to Bristol Aer Lingus ATR 72600. If you've been waiting for your propeller action since the Oriny left, we can give you a bit of that as well. About there, I think. just one on approach behind there that you should be able to just see as well. Look, kind of a cool shot we don't get at Bristol very often. Light's a bit tricky today, quite a contrast. Right, nice queue building up for the departures, which you can't quite see, which is annoying, and we definitely had one on turn behind, so let me just see what that situation is there. So the one we saw lining up there was the COS inbound. That's currently over just to the south of Whitchurch in Bristol. You can just about see it, but I think the EasyJet's going to make its escape, so we'll have a couple here in quick succession. Sorry folks, I'm busy trying to press buttons. Echo Zulu Romeo Yankee if you wanted the reg of that one. This won't hang around. The EasyJet is, sorry, the inbound there is just off the, just about off the runway there. Another one on approach, so I'm pretty sure this will be off. Yep. Sorry folks, I am not concentrating correctly. This is off to Belfast. Just wanted to give you that information. One in, or one out I should say, and here's one in from COS, EasyJet. Another Neo sound there. Trying to get you a close shot there, folks. Wasn't to be. Screen definitely makes it. External screen makes it so much easier to film and to pan. With a little way to go yet, I think. Jet 2 is next up for departure. 737-800, and this is off to Dalaman. Juliet Zulu Hotel Victor is your registration of this one, in the silver livery here. They will line up and wait now because there's one to vacate up here still. Also another one on arrival. This could be that Tenerife service, I wonder. Yeah, Tenerife to Bristol is on the inbound as well. Can you come to Luton Airport? Paul, I'd love to. I did hear when I was watching another streamer that the airport aren't particularly receptive. To live streamers, so I'm not sure of the locations and everything. I'd have to have a look into it, but definitely love to travel. We've done so to Stansted, as I knew where to go there from previous spotting experience as a boy. So it's going over a cliff edge there, doesn't it? I have to say, if you're about there where that plane is now at the road that goes past the end of the runway, because the runway's above you, it is quite an experience. Another inbound for you. I don't have the details for you right now. Yes, I do. It's the EasyJet for Tenerife South. Apologies. Bristol Airport showing that it's more than capable of multiple ins and outs in very close quarters. Amazing bits of smoke there, and the vortex patterns in them. Brilliant. Lovely stuff. Little busy section there at the airport. Bydgoszcz. Keep looking at the chat. It's reminding me the pronunciation. I'll have to refer back to this next time I see that. Inbound from Nice is about 10 minutes away. Departure to Tenerife with Ryanair will be on its way soon. If you have just joined us today, welcome. We are Planecaster. My name's Danny, here from Bristol Airport every Friday. Probably early afternoon would seem to be a really good time. Got plenty of traffic coming in and out. You're very welcome. And if you haven't pressed subscribe, please do, because you'll get the alerts to find out when we're on again in the future. Literally, it will go ping. You can click and you'll be able to watch the stream. Doesn't cost you anything. Thank you in advance for doing that and pressing the like button today. It's helped us out and it continues to help us out immensely. Thank you. Your second from last arrival, which will now swing into action. You can see the high-vis team under the plane there, ready to do their thing. Speaking of the airport teams, I'd just say a massive big up to Jackie and Harry, who have been so accommodating and helpful, allowing Planecaster to bring these streams to you from Bristol in a way that is safe and alleviates the security concerns of the airport as well. So thank you for making that possible for us. We're delighted that we enjoy streaming with the knowledge of the airport teams. There's the plane that did just come in as well. Don't know if we can see from here, but I think they do single engine taxi, don't they? Actually, it looks like that engine is on, that's for sure. The passing dog agrees. While we've got a second, let's just give a big up and a big shout to Mark at Plain Sailing Aviation. That's the name of the channel, Plain Sailing Aviation. Look that up. Make sure you've got that subscribed as well. They are doing a little European tour this weekend. So you'll enjoy some great aviation there from Mark and his son. And have a look at the past stuff as well, because they did Aberdeen earlier in the week. I think it was Monday, actually. Was it Monday? Brilliant stream, and my goodness, Mark works hard. He started at Edinburgh in the morning, bright and early, brought you a stream from there, then got in the car, drove to Aberdeen and did you an afternoon stream from there. So you can't say fairer than that, can you? Fantastic stuff from Mark. Couple of planes lighting up on the radar here. That is likely to be the. Well, I was going to say that's likely to be the first, but it doesn't look in any condition to go, does it? So I'm not quite sure where it's lit up. I don't think it's that one because it's pointing in the wrong direction. I'm sure we will discover soon. Warmed up here again. So far, touch wood, we've missed the rain. However, this next batch of cloud looks ominous. If we have to disappear quickly, I do apologise. This is the cloud I'm talking about here. It'd be much nicer if it skedaddled. Just having a look at this. Trying to work out from the camera there which way it's going. Lovely and quiet just for a minute here at the airport. Hey, let me tell you, if you are travelling from Bristol Airport, I know I say this every week, but I'd be furious if I found out you paid full price for Bristol Airport parking, and actually so would the airport as well. They've got a voucher. Just go onto their website and go straight to the Bristol Airport website, and a pop-up will say save 15% on parking, and as soon as you put your email address in, they will send you a code and you will be better off. I highly recommend that. are some birds flying around here. I was going to try and catch them to you, but they are way too quick for me. Apparently my dad can't watch the feed today because it says it's restricted. I have no idea what that's all about. Yeah, Paul, I would love to. I would absolutely love to come to Luton Airport. It is the first airport I ever flew out of. I lived in Essex, and Stansted certainly wasn't much of a concern in the early 80s. Our flight went from Luton Airport with Britannia Airways all the way to Alicante on a 737-200, which was so old. It was the older version that had the wire that goes from the tail down to the fuselage, which was I understand, was a radio wire. Yeah, blimey, that brings back memories. Luton Airport's changed, hasn't it, so much. A lot has been bolted on. I remember taking my kids there once to fly back up to Scotland, and I remember it was absolute chaos. They were very lucky to make their flight, actually. "53 of you joining us today. It's absolutely great to have your company. And even more likes. Thank you so much for pressing the button, guys and ladies and gentlemen. It just absolutely is fantastic. I can see we're the stream's dropping out a little bit, so let's just try and stabilise that up. Hopefully it's not going too much. Hello. Afternoon. How are you? Just 1 second, folks. I'm just going to have a quick chat with someone. Yeah, still going. This is my first Friday, so I've given up work. One of those days. For a second, folks, because we don't want to film people on their land.
chat all day, but
As anybody who watches YouTube will attest to, I can waffle forever. Nice to see you again. Right, inbound now. Let's see what I can tell you about this one now. Second flight. This one is your inbound Nice service with EasyJet. It is an A319.
oh, sorry, am I in the way?
You're not in it at all, you're good. I'm zoomed in, you're okay.
Oh, right. Should I get back that way?
You're okay. I'll stay on the plane. It's very good zoom.
Okay.
Yeah. No problem at all.
I'm ready to go as well.
There we are. And we got a TUI on the way out as well. Let's have a look and see where the TUI's heading to. 737 Max is off to Hurghada.
Yeah, so we always had a horse down at Shippen, just down the road further. And the chap down there, he's a captain for EasyJet up there.
Oh yeah.
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 Very interested to talk to.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. Let's catch this.
And my son's an aero engineer and works down at Exeter servicing.
Yeah, I remember you saying. Yeah. That's a great job.
So if you listen to him, you wouldn't fly at all. But I walked up with him the other day. Of course, he had what you got. He had flight 24, is it?
That one, or there's one called Radar Box, which
That's
is
it, right? Yeah. It's, of course, it's dead easy. There's another little one taxiing out there.
Yeah, light aviation. Yeah,
That little thing.
that'll be coming back down here for takeoff, I think.
Oh, you may have come across from the private ones because it looked a small one, didn't it?
Yes.
But they got to be so far off the runway. Oh, they don't seem far. He's on his way. He ain't stopping. So Chris Dyson got his plane out there, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just capture that.
What amazes me is it's so short.
Well, the runway.
Yeah, they don't seem to go anyway, do they? And they're up.
It's I think it's an interesting perspective from this angle, but yeah, it's not the shortest, is it? But it's obviously it disappears over the hump there, and it can give a weird impression sometimes if they sink like that one has just there.
Oh well, nice to see you. Carry on the good work.
Thank you very much. Nice to see you again.
On a Friday, so we'll bump into you again.
All right, enjoy the rest of your walk. That's a lovely gentleman there who I met on my very first kind of test transmission from the airport when Planecaster looked a lot different to what it does now. And lovely gentleman and his wife were out for a walk, and very encouraging, lovely people. Hello, Nick's Carnival. Good afternoon to you. Sorry for the delayed reply. Another one coming in here now, look. It's all happening. I'm busy waffling, sorry folks. We'll keep a close zoom at the moment, folks, because we've got some people who own the land in front of us who are out at the moment, and I don't want to invade their privacy unduly. Light aircraft there. Bit of scale there for you. I won't be able to bring you that takeoff when it does go. Well, sounds like it's going now. Afraid I can't bring you that because I don't want to, as I say, there's people on the land in front of us and it's their land, and I don't want to invade their privacy as such. So I shall let you look at these fine EasyJets. Probably not long for us to wrap things up, actually. I don't know. I think we've been on for about just coming up for 3 hours, or not far off 3 hours. Absolutely brilliant being here this afternoon. We were due to be here this morning. Indeed, I was here this morning, but that's a long story and couldn't broadcast, unfortunately. So we've made up for it by coming back to Bristol this afternoon and getting our act in order. So hope you've enjoyed being with us this afternoon. Every Friday this will be the case, and I suspect we'll start about 1 o'clock because that seems to be the sweet spot in terms of traffic. Now, another arrival for you though. Lovely stuff. Right. Folks, I think this actually might be a good time for me to wrap it up, and I'll tell you why. Because of this. And I don't fancy being in that, and I certainly don't fancy the camera being in it. I don't mind being wet. So, with your permission, I'll say goodbye now. Massive thanks for joining me this afternoon. It has been great having you here. Welcome to all our new subscribers. We'll drop a little message on the YouTube community to welcome you. Thank you so much, and if you've pressed the like and subscribe today, it's brilliant. If you're a returning visitor, brilliant. Thank you. Lovely to have your company. Next Friday, we'll be back here, here at Bristol Airport, BRSEGGD. That's what they call it if you're proper technical, I think. See you then. Thanks very much, and see you in a week. Bye for now.